I have kind of a controversial video for you today, or at least I imagine that some of you really won't like it. Some of you will find it somewhat inflammatory or controversial, but again, it serves no one, and it certainly doesn't serve you, unless I'm very honest about who I am and what I think. So in today's video, I'm going to share a perspective on self-acceptance that I don't hear a lot of people talking about, that I think is absolutely crucial to talk about, and how this is directly related to overcoming retroactive jealousy. My name is Zachary Stockill, and since 2013, I've been helping men and women from all over the world overcome retroactive jealousy, overcome obsessive jealousy, and save their relationships. If you'd like to work with me one-on-one or you'd like to connect with me, please let me know by visiting my website at retroactivejealousy.com. I was on a YouTube live stream, I think it was, I don't know, a few months ago sometime, and the topic of self-acceptance came up. This idea that we should accept ourselves for who we are in the moment. And obviously, I am not going to come on this video and tell you that I think self-acceptance is bad. But there's kind of an element to self-acceptance that I think is also very important, that I think not a lot of people talk about. And this is a case where I think a lot of people have kind of a twisted perspective on self-acceptance, and by adhering to this vision of self-acceptance, they hold themselves back. So there's one school of thought I've found on this topic of self-acceptance that basically says, no matter where you're at in life, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter your situation or circumstances in life, you should simply accept it, right? You should simply accept yourself, good, bad, ugly, and all the rest. You may hear that and think, well, what on earth is wrong with that? What the heck is wrong with that? That sounds pretty good. We should all accept ourselves, right? Yes, but I think with an important caveat. And the caveat is, self-acceptance also involves acceptance of the fact that you either need or want to change. Because some people hear this term self-acceptance, or they promote an idea of self-acceptance that basically denies this basic impulse, the basic human impulse towards personal responsibility, towards personal development, towards personal growth. There seem to be some people on the internet who are content to sort of internalize a rather, in my view, victim mindset around this idea of self-acceptance. It's a passive attitude to self-acceptance that basically says, I am who I am and I can't change, right? You've probably heard people say that. Well, I am who I am. Well, maybe who you are isn't exactly ideal for you. You know, are you happy being this person? Are you happy acting the way that you're acting? And I think it's really important, you know, in this era of greater self-acceptance, to also accept that we sometimes either need or want to change, not based on society's expectations, not based on our mom's expectations or our parents or our partner, but our own expectations. I don't think there's anything wrong whatsoever if you accept yourself where you are, but also accept the fact that you either need or want to change. Again, not based on anyone else's expectations except for your own. The perfect example nowadays that, again, a lot of people won't like. There are a lot of truly unhealthy people in the modern Western world today. Many people who have heart conditions and who are really, really overweight, right? To cite one example. Now, this is not about fat shaming. It's not about saying that anyone's a bad person or people are weak or anything like that. But I think there should be some recognition of the fact that this person has a serious health problem, not for anyone else, but for themselves. And I say this as an overweight person, right? I've had to work on keeping my weight down for my entire life, right? I know this issue very personally. And some people came to me when I was bigger than I am now, and they said, you should just accept yourself, Zach. Just accept yourself. I know you want to go to the gym and you want to eat better, all this stuff, but but you should accept yourself. You should have self-love. And of course, I do have self-love. That's why I'm not going to accept the fact of where I am right now. I'm not going to just accept the fact that I'm overweight and do nothing to change it. And I didn't want to lose weight because I felt like society was pressuring me or my parents or anyone else. I wanted to lose weight because I wanted to change. I realized that I had a problem that was only going to grow into a much, much, much bigger problem, no pun intended, in the decades to come. I accepted myself, but I accepted myself with a realistic, sober view of myself. I didn't have any illusions about where I was at. I accepted myself, but I also accepted that I not only wanted to change, I actually needed to change. By the way, I have encountered this idea or this perspective on self-acceptance even when it comes to things like obsessive or even retroactive jealousy. I have encountered this from a few people who say, well, I'm just a jealous person. You know, that's who I am, right? I need to accept myself. That's who I am. It's like, okay, how's that working out for you? How are you feeling? Really? Is that working out well? Are you really happy and excited about the future, and your partner is deliriously happy in your relationship and everything's great? Because I have a feeling the answer is no, right? And personally, whatever decisions you make about your life are 100% yours. I'm not trying to influence you in any way in terms of inspiring you to make all kinds of drastic changes to your life. I'm a libertarian. I'm big on personal responsibility, personal accountability, self-accountability. As long as you don't hurt me, you can do whatever you want. I'm all for freedom, individual freedom. That's not what I'm saying. But I do think if you care about you, it's probably worthwhile to accept the fact that you need or want to make certain changes. Because I've met some pretty older people in life, people in their 70s, 80s, 90s. And I've always really enjoyed hanging around older people. I used to volunteer in a nursing home, and I have some friends who are like genuine friends who are quite, much older than me. And I noticed trends among older people. On the one hand, they're the people who are really excited about the future, even though they're in their, advanced years. They're open to change, and they're open to learning, and they still have goals, and they still have ambitions, and they're still kind of a work in progress. And they're really excited about their lives. They're open-minded, and they're still curious and adventurous and all the rest. It's really inspiring. And on the other hand, I've met a few, not many, but I've met a few elderly, shall we say, people who it's like, no, I am who I am, and that's it. I need to accept myself, all my warts, all my flaws. I am who I am. I've been this way for 50 years, and that's it. I am who I am. Take a guess which one I'd rather hang out with, which category of people I'd rather hang out with. Take a guess which category of people most people would rather hang out with. It's the people who accept themselves, but they also accept that they either need or want to grow and change in certain ways. Because frankly, I don't see an alternative, a viable alternative, if you want to live a great life, if you want to build a great relationship, other than accepting yourself, but also accepting the need or want to change. Now, accepting the want to change is much easier than sometimes accepting the need for change. Again, it depends on the situation, it depends on the circumstances. But personally, with retroactive jealousy, I remember there was a point where I definitely wanted to change. I wanted to save my relationship. I wanted to be a better boyfriend. I wanted to be a better man. I wanted to stop acting the way I was acting. But there were a few interactions with my then girlfriend that really hit home the fact that no, I need to change, right? The time for wanting and kind of being half-hearted about my change was over. It was time to get serious. It was time to hunker down. It was time to ask myself some difficult questions. It was time to be honest with myself about the fact that I actually needed to change. So my advice, if you're struggling with, change in any area of your life, or you're feeling an impulse to grow or advance or develop in certain ways, if you're feeling the want to change, that's great. Focus on that and pursue that and accept your own want and desire for change. Take the necessary steps to change before it gets to the point where you realize, no, I need to change. Because unfortunately, sometimes when you realize you need to change, it's a little too late. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to this kind of abstract video today. And if you got anything out of this or you found this thought-provoking in some way, I would absolutely love to hear from you. Please leave a comment beneath this video telling me what you think. Again, personal freedom, good, bad, ugly, it doesn't matter. And if you could, please also click the like button below to please the YouTube algorithm gods. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel as well to be notified of new videos moving forward. Thanks again for watching. I'll talk to you again very soon.